Well, it is Wednesday, and that means our plant and garden expert, Craig Hignight, is here taking all of your burning questions right now on the WQAD Facebook page. So if you're not on that right now, you can log in or go on to Facebook, go to WQAD.com, go to WQAD's Facebook page, get the questions. My brain is mush.
Yes,
it's been a day,
it's fine.
So the first question comes from Mary. Should honeysuckle seeds be planted in the fall or wait until spring?
I would plant them in the fall. This being a perennial, quite often Mother Nature has to work on that seed over the winter to vernalize it, break the dormancy in the seed. But what I would do is plant half your seed in the fall, put the other half in a Ziploc bag in the lettuce crisper, and plant those in the spring. You're going to hedge your bets a little bit that way.
Okay.
All right, Bill wants to know, why are some of my cucumber leaves, why are they turning brown?
We've had several instances of vine crop leaves brought in, and I think it's probably time to get out that copper fungicide and start some spraying. Of course, it's gotten very warm very early. The humidity has been very high until today, and this is just a great way for disease to get a start in the garden. So get out that copper fungicide and make sure you get it under the leaves when you spray.
Okay. Cindy is curious to know, if a peony only had 1 or 2 blooms, is that just from the young age of the plant?
More than likely. If this plant is very young, it's got a long way to go. I mean, I've seen peonies that are 75, 80 years old, and they get better and better as they mature. If there were no blooms at all over a number of years, it might be planted too deeply, and come October, you might want to lift the entire crown to get those buds right under the surface of the soil. But since you got blooms, just give it time. It'll pick up speed.
All right, Pete wants to know, can you trim down dwarf lilac right now?
Yes, the dwarf lilac has gotten done blooming, especially if you've got like a bloomerang that is supposed to bloom later again this season. You just lightly give it a little light trim over the top. Then if you're doing a major rejuvenation pruning, yes, you could cut it back now. You're going to sacrifice some bloom over the next few years, but that light trim is going to just reinvigorate for this fall's bloom on bloomerang or next year's spring on the standard dwarf lilacs.
Okay. Myra says she has a 3rd-year blueberry bush. She purchased it and planted this year, and the gal had said to her that this would be roots, not fruits year. They had beautiful leaves and something ate them. Is there something that she can put on the plant to save it?
Oh, of course. I would be definitely either getting out the chicken wire and protecting the plant completely. Maybe it might have been an animal instead of an insect. If it's animals, you can go ahead and use a repellent. But remember, when you put a repellent on, you have to use it 4 days in a row when you first put it on. So this plant needs some protection, whether it's physical or chemical, to give it a chance to go ahead and build itself back up. And actually, it's going to be about 3 years until you actually get a decent crop off this plant.
All right, Donna says, I have a royal purple smoke tree that's in its 2nd season. I would like it to eventually become a tree rather than a shrub. When can I prune it?
Okay, if you've got a multiple stem smoke bush, I would wait until the ground is frozen this coming winter to thin out the trunks that you don't want to keep. Now remember, this could set up a situation where you get an awful lot of sprouts coming up around the base of the tree. So in years down the road, you're going to have to be very diligent at removing root sprouts. But yes, I have seen smoke bush that is just a smoke tree instead. It just takes a little work.
All right. And Mary is asking, should seeds from tiger lilies be planted now or wait until spring?
Ooh, tiger lilies. I would go ahead and actually, I would actually plant them now. Again, this is one of those situations where the seed has to vernalize over the course of the winter. There again, take half your seed, store them away in the refrigerator and in the crisper in a Ziploc bag, very sealed up very tight, and plant those in the spring.
Awesome. Well, we are going to take a quick break, but we're still taking questions on the WQED Facebook page, so make sure you go on there and get those questions asked, and we'll try to get them answered after the break.